Druid rolling in the last match, and both had serious nerfs, or what were thought to be serious nerfs.
Well, you know, didn't nerf Kelseth.
Yeah. Warlock being banned for Stephieee. EvilSquirrel wants nothing to do with the cube.
Yep.
And Stephieee banning Squirrel's Druid. So we're going to see Squirrel's Shaman and Rogue again.
Even Shaman, aggro Rogue. And Stephieee bringing Kelseth, and I'm assuming a Taunt Warrior?
I mean, the only thing to make this hand better would be to have Spiteful in it.
Yep. That would be the only thing that makes it any better. Firefly on 1, Kelseth on 2. Mind Control tech usually always gets value against this kind of Shaman. And Squirrel with a pretty slow hand. Wow, that actually makes it better. You were wrong.
This is a beautiful curve.
Stephieee with a very strong hand here. A lot to think about, but does she want to coin it out? Does she want to just play Firefly? What decisions you have to make sometimes.
Time waits for no one.
In my world, I'm playing Firefly.
I'd play
but she can coin Kelseth as well. There's some merit to it. Basically, basically you can think of it as like using a coin to give another minion +1/+1, right?
Yeah.
So you get another draw, and not really punished here. Matter of fact, it's probably even better. She has the 2 attack on board.
And her Lich King was the minion that she gave the 1/1 to.
Yeah, I mean, 9/9's pretty good.
Yeah.
88's good too, but...
Blood will flow.
I think you probably just drop both Fireflies.
Yeah.
So the Firefly and the Flame Elemental. And the Even Shaman behind on board, and that is not where he wants to be, and has no plays. No 2-drops at all. Criplord is a big boy. I kind of like trading some stuff off, playing Fledgling, but Criplord is also like just super good all the time.
Trade one of the flames to the 1/1. Get rid of the spell totem and put out the Fledgling. Or does she want to protect the Fledgling, run Criplord this turn, then maybe Fledgling and freeze?
Yeah, it's pretty. It's slower, but it could be better. Slower obviously means that Squirrel will have more time to catch up, but with no real big catch-up mechanics, like no volcanoes, you don't run volcanoes, you're an Even Shaman.
Yeah.
She probably has the time to make plays like this if she wants to go with the Criplord.
Absolutely.
I think either way, I like trading.
Yeah. Obviously, she can't see his hand, but leaving the 1/1, not a big deal. Wants to push and face.
I think he's going to need Corpse Taker to bring him back from the depths here. Corpse Taker, a very good card, and having 2 of them is also very good. This trade would be interesting, and we don't see it.
No.
I like your idea of, you know, Fledgling and freezing, but Druid of the Scythe is also very clean.
With that as the top deck, I think it's a better play.
I still like the Fledgling, but this is just so strong too.
Yeah. You get rid of the Corpse Taker before it can do any of its damage, only allowing him to get 2 health from it.
I guess if you didn't kill it last turn, you're not going to kill it this turn?
No.
That's your logic.
You're committing to that at that point.
You didn't kill it before. We're not going to kill it now. All right. Fair enough.
Let it live.
Winter is here.
Oh, Les Mis. Great. Great show. Now you can still do that Fledgling play.
You most certainly can.
I definitely like combining the freeze with the Fledgling and like leaving 1 minion up and then freezing that minion. I don't want to leave 2 up and give Wretch any chance. This is also pretty clean.
Yeah. Not worrying about taking the face damage.
It's a big taunt in the way, realistically. So
both Corpse Takers gone.
Yep. Both Corpse Takers clean and dealt with.
Doesn't have the ability to freeze. Could mana ramp.
You could play Greedy Sprite instead. Stephieee really is very protective of these Fledglings. We saw in the last game too. She probably could have played it a little earlier and then didn't.
Yeah.
It's all about like your play style. in a way. I probably would have played it earlier, just try and start win mooring.
Yeah, sure.
But you're not in a crucial position where it's make or break at this point. Serenite Chain Gang coming down could change some of that.
I think he's gonna elect with the lifesteal and rush, just knowing that he can get it off.
Yeah, he could kill.
Clear that.
Finally,
Crypt Lord. We're actually gonna see the Searing Totem sear something.
it's doing some things.
Thinking about Earth and Mighting it.
The value trade's kind of nice. Could
still
Earthen my one of these. If you Earthen Might the Flame Tongue, it's gonna get actually becomes a 2/5, right?
Yeah.
It's +2/+2.
Yep.
Lich King's a 9/9 still. That's
That
scary.
is.
Second fledgling. Oh, okay. Alright. So, Kaliseth into the 3/1, or the 1/3. 4/2 hero power into the Flame Tongue, and then you big fledgling hit face, I think. But obviously there's chain gangs and stuff. But I just want to keep the board clear, and that's probably the best way to do it, and apply pressure at the same time. I think that's the play. I will actually stand by that one.
Blood will flow.
And you get the ramp. Yep. I like Freezing Face along with it, but why not? I mean, it allows you to push more next turn. Like, you could hero power one of them down.
Yeah.
You could, because I guess you don't know the Chain Gang's coming. It might not be coming. Could be Grumble. But
He's got to protect against that flinch.
yeah, but he wants. No, I think Stephiee's just going to play Lich King. Like, you're going to
Yeah.
trade one off, play Lich King, I think.
Yeah.
8 mana, 9/9. Oh, well, you know what? Now things changed. You know what? Forget you, Bill.
Do you...
Never mind. You got all cocky with your Lich King play, Bill, but you were wrong.
Pinch of death cup. Heel of
You
shoe.
can still freeze.
I was going to say, you still have enough mana to do the freeze. Don't know necessarily how
That's
much
8/8.
that protects.
It allows...
It allows you to keep the fledgling alive, I guess, if he doesn't...
It keeps the fledgling alive. Like, objectively. Unless he buffs one of them, but...
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Job done.
Now does Squirrel just play a Lich King of his own here? Or... little Serenite and then...
Serenite Direwolf action.
Direwolf killing the...
Get rid of that fledgling.
Fledgling, yeah.
It's so vicious.
Still, though, you have so much stats, like, you're facing down.
13/13 for 7 mana.
Still good.
It's
Still
still
good.
pretty good.
Still good. And that's the worst case scenario,
Yeah, do you want to
basically.
turn 6? Do you want to turn 7? I mean, I might even take a turn 8. I don't know. It's one of those things where
I would still play an 8 mana 13/13.
it's spread between two
Yeah.
minions.
What to do?
Yeah, I think it's a smart play to Direwolf Serenite. Hope for maybe a taunt totem.
There is little time.
This game going on a little bit longer because of these chain gangs.
Yeah.
So they're asking how long it can go on, and they're going to give us
They know.
pretty much the exact answer.
I too was wondering how long this can go on.
I mean, eventually you're just going to play Lich King, right? Or you could Mind Control Tech right now. Pretty good. You could probably kill one first. You don't have to. It's up to you. The odds you getting the chain gang from this are higher than not.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to decrease those odds.
Yeah. You can silence one if you want.
Revenge.
Electing to just trade everything. I mean, I still think that's pretty smart because she can protect her bird.
This is fine. This is a good play.
For the wild.
Caster approved.
Well, a bird.
Cult Master, not very good when there is only a 0 attack minion on board, but a cool card nonetheless.
Very cool card.
He's cool. 8-5 and 8-8 seem good. If anyone's playing this, it's gonna be Squirrel. I think Squirrel would play this card. I think you can just trade.
Revenge.
You could trade the 2 little guys in
Revenge.
and hit in the face for 8, like clean. It plays around my control tech a little bit.
Sure.
Actually, it plays into it a little more with Lich King. Because I'm assuming you're playing Lich King this turn, but I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
I want to. I want to play him. There's really no spell power.
I was gonna
like,
say
buffs in this
you would
deck,
think
so
you would think you would want to remove the spell power, but
there's
it's
no
not.
big spell power like
No.
plays in this deck. Death Coil, very good. Nice reach. Did you know a Malagos Druid, it can hit you for 20?
Oh.
Yeah, fun fact.
A little nod to our practice sessions last
Which
night.
clearly didn't go well.
Which we're casting,
at the
so
casting
we didn't
bench.
practice too well, I guess.
Yeah.
But in Malagos Druid,
Well, it's also actually really nice to ping off Gangrene Main, 6-5. See, I told you Squirrel would play this, and I actually think it's probably correct.
it's the. I mean, he loses a decent amount of gas, but
Both Fire Elementals gone.
both fire elementals and his charger.
Join or die. Or both.
But like Stephiee's like put a lot into that board
Yes, she did.
to have it all go away.
Drawing a UI or another Spiteful would probably be.
Yeah.
Thinking about maybe Doom or Death Coiling the Cult Master.
Yeah, you probably don't want to give that kind of value in terms of like reload, because like you're out of gas and he's out of gas, and you have UI in your deck, so you're never that out of gas when you always have a chance to draw UI.
Go face here, yeah.
Is there ever a world where you tempo out Spellbreaker just to like
I
compete?
was more so thinking tempoing out the mind control tech simply because like you might want to Spellbreaker something big later. The mind control tech, he's not going wide anymore. He's played
Still
his
has
Serenites.
the Sandbinder, which is actually really big because you can Sandbinder Grumble this turn. And then next turn, like you'll probably get counterless from this. I'm not sure exactly how many elementals are in the deck, but I know you burn 2 fire elementals. Alakir's still good.
Huge.
That's a big swing, dude. Squirrel really kind of taking off right now.
Wow. Druid of the
Not,
Claw's not bad.
not exactly what you needed to see here. Druid of the Claw. I mean, you could just go face and hope you get there. But you don't really have that much over the top burn, so if your board gets cleared up, you don't have too much going on. Wow.
She has 15 cards left in her deck. She just hovered over her deck, seeing what her chances probably are of drawing one of the UIs.
And that Doom Pact really doing God's work.
Wow.
Where shall I strike?
Yeah, I like charge here. Just do it. I respect it. I think you might just tempo out the mind control tech as well if you're going to do that. But, you know, Alec here coming in. Her only over-the-top reach is UI. She could go UI into UI. There probably would be still time to win the game if she's able to do that. If she like top decks UI, UIs him in the face, and then draws a UI,
So
then UIs him again the next turn.
all of his minions are staying alive. If he Alakir's here, she has a chance to mind control tech it.
Ooh. Oh boy. Stephieee looking at the
Stephieee
screen with
is-
a quiet confidence. And a dream. That's huge if she pulls it off. Oh, she has to go for it, right? Like
Yeah.
you're not really like loaded that much in your win conditions. So you have to go for it. You have to go for this play.
Yeah.
I don't even think you hesitate. I think you just
No.
drop it and you just won. What's it, a 1 in 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 in 5, 20% chance to win the game right here, right now.
You have to. Come on.
TC 130.
Oh. I mean, it was fun.
Tough break. I
It
mean,
was fun, though.
Yeah. It was a nice little dream. She still has the Spellbreaker to silence it.
Are we going face forever? Have we decided that?
I would hero. I mean, hero power face. Maybe get rid of the 6-2.
Yeah, you can get rid of a 6-2 and play the Greedy Sprite, and he's still in a tough spot.
You're still leaving him.
Actually, no, because this, if you hit face, you have a UI out. Like directly. Direct UI out.
I'm saying you trade. I wouldn't.
You could trade and then hit him in the face with hero power.
With the hero power and leave the Sprite.
If you play Greedy Sprite, you're going face. You need to have the UI for out. Yep.
Yep.
You just kind of like lowered
All
your...
or nothing. Now he is going to grumble his Alakir, correct?
He is going to do that. He could grumble the Alakir. I would probably grumble Sandbinder, Alakir, and then it still doesn't change much. Like next turn needs to be UI. Right?
Because where does that leave him? 6, 2, 3. It's 11. So it puts him at 12, and then he gets Alakir back.
What are you talking about? Puts him at 12.
I'm just counting to see if it would. Because then he can.
Well, he would grumble this turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting Sandbinder and
I'm saying you
back into
attack
his hand.
face first before you grumble.
Oh yeah, of course.
I was just counting the damage on
Oh,
board.
if EvilSquirrel had lethal this turn.
Yeah, I was gonna say because he could merge 2 and grumble. All
I
that.
think you grumble all of it, and you play the Sandbinder again. That would give you the Calamos proc next turn.
Very nice. Doing the trades, keeping himself alive, making sure that the Alakir.
Yeah, this is fine too.
Yeah.
But it doesn't proc.
Not electing to go face with his Wind Fury.
You did not attack again.
Maybe he didn't have enough time.
The scourge will devour all.
The Scourge will devour all.
One more damage goes face. I think EvilSquirrel probably not seeing that he could have possibly won the race.
She would have been left a single-digit health at that point.
Yeah, still in it though. So actually there is 2 outs now. Unless he hexes his own minion or rolls Taunt Totem. So you want to play out Healing Totem before you roll your Totem. Gives you a better chance to get Taunt Totem, I think. Yep, hexes his own minion.
Yeah, not a terrible play.
There's UI.
My
there
God.
it is. GG's. Wow, Stephieee. Stephieee with a nice top deck there. So if EvilSquirrel had grumbled all of it, right?
I mean, the UI. I mean, it would have applied a lot more pressure because she would have been left with, I think, 9 health after the Alakir double
attack. Yeah, so he hits like basically all phase.
Yeah, all of it. It was 12. He was at 23. That left him at 11. Then Alakir 2 more. No, would have put him at 5. Would have put her at 5.
But what I'm saying is that he would have had the Sandbinder back in hand, and the Sandbinder would have drawn him Calamos.
Yeah, I think that was the last elemental left in his deck.
Yeah.
After Alakir.
So instead of that turn where he played, like instead of that following, like in that extra turn, he could have healed up with Calamos.
That's a possibility.
Like that's probably something that would have been looked into a little bit. It's a tough line to see, and it's one of those lines where we're like, we see the line.
Yeah.
And it's tough to see that line, like especially in the moment. Like literally earlier, like I could have played a Shutterwalk and probably won the game, and I just didn't because I'm an idiot. Like, you know what I mean? Like it just happens in the game sometimes.
Yep. So this is what we were talking about before. So she's matching up against his rogue, and so that she could possibly, gain a little bit more tempo, she mulligans the quest.
Yeah.
You're really hard mulling for your clears and your taunts at that point.
There's a hand like this. Oof. That's quite the hand. He's gonna keep that whole thing.
Yeah. Maybe taunt. Oh, she keeps the quest.
She kept the quest. Dry Whisker's a good card in general.
Dry Whisker's a fantastic card with the little raptors. and she's got 2 of them, so she has some stay alive longer.
Yeah, but needs to stabilize first. It doesn't do much to stabilize. Unless she wants to play it now and gain 2 armor. But
She can just do that with hero power, yeah. Understand getting a minion on board might be helpful here, but it just gets removed to the dagger, and then Vine Shield stays, so. I'm electing to keep the same thing without losing a minion.
Squirrel electing not to swing. Oh, that way he can go back-to-back 3 drops. Tark Reaper is a very good card. And then follow up with Blood Razor is also very strong.
Stephieee always keeping busy, playing with the little mini games around the around the maps.
But Henge Clan coin Cold Blood clears this up pretty darn well.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of forces the Blood Razor almost earlier than you want to do it as well. Second Blood Razor is pretty good. I think you have to Blood Razor this turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you Blood Razor and you swing. I think you take 4 damage.
You don't swing face because you can just keep execute out for next turn.
Yeah, you could execute it, but like execute's a big tool. It's a very important tool.
She can kind of choose what she executes next turn anyway, too.
She can make a decision next turn. If we see 1 and 3 here, then these Dry Whisker armors might actually come pretty strong.
Yep.
Think.
So now 5 damage comes to face with this Henge Clan Thug. Interested to see if Squirrel plays anything else. Probably would, just to build this board. You know, Taunt Warrior with no taunts in hand for Stephieee right now.
Direwolf disappears just with an attack to... She's gonna hit.
So now she's going to hit and she's going to execute. This does save some damage. Follow up with some Phantom Malicious is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Scalebane's kind of tough to deal with later. She could actually just Dry Whisker first. Put something on board.
Which isn't bad either, because I don't know if she's running the list that draws that has Battle Rage, but then that's great for Battle Rage.
Well, I'm assuming it would be cleared up by the time.
Yeah, he's got his dagger.
That comes in, but still forces him to hit something that's not her face, which is quite nice. Yep, there's the execute coming down.
There it is.
I think you
barring anything crazy, she gets 2 more taunts next turn.
Yeah.
Phantom Militia is not bad against Rogue.
Scalebane on 5, just tempo that out.
Yeah. Squirrel, though,
might have a tough time with the rest of these taunts.
Does not have any activators for his Vilespine Slayer at the current moment, so gonna have some trouble getting through this stuff.
I mean, Stephiee's still at 25.
Yeah.
You know, like that's not exactly the lethal range that you would hope to have someone at. Especially if there's some bigger taunts. There's the activator for the Vilespine that you were talking about.
Gonna run the SI.
Yeah, you can just hit him with the
Go
SI.
wider, yeah. Go much wider.
This, however, Warpath is a good card. Even Blood Razor is a good card.
Here we go. Here we go. Some taunts.
Yeah. I still think you want a Warpath, but you know, maybe you don't. Maybe you want to save it. You could play Blood Razor, swing, and taunt up, or you can just clear everything right now.
Yeah, I think the Warpath is the best idea.
And he'll have another. So 3 Warpaths comes out, clearing up the board quite nicely. Still has Vile Spine and Iron Beak Owl in hand, though, for EvilSquirrel. For
With
ways
the,
to push through taunts.
With the release of Witchwood and the knowledge of Echo as it was coming out, a lot of people were a little unimpressed, underwhelmed. But I think Echo is prevalent in this meta.
Well, I
It's
mean,
used
it's
in-
big in, like, quest decks. Like,
Well, sure, yeah.
decks with, like, summon this, summon that. It got good pretty quick. Why not?
It just applies so much pressure.
At this point, he's just trying to get him, and could even force a trade here, like force the Blood Razor to come out a little early. You can just trade Blood Razor and then you don't have to
discover.
swing with it, so you can discover here. You might want to swing just to have
Just to be ready to have the AoE next turn.
Lich King's really good. Tarlord's good, but Lich King's really good too. But Wax Elemental's really not a bad card.
She's, I think, at what is it? She at 4 taunts. So Wax completes your quest quicker.
I don't think you're really worried about the quest in this matchup. Like, it's good, but Lich King's really good. But it just dies. Too.
Dies to
It
Vile
just
Spine.
dies. That's
And he's got,
that's
I mean, she
worth
doesn't know
noting.
that she has 2 Iron Beaks in hand, but like, are you really playing the Lich King just for the Death Knight card, or do you want to accelerate your quest and possibly be able to press face 8 damage constantly?
Yeah. I do like swinging here.
Tough decision. I like the swing too. Especially if she gets like something like a Sentry next turn, she can Sentry, Dry Whisker, swing.
Yeah.
Electing
Holding is
not
fine
to.
too, because you get to you get more swings. You know what I mean? If you don't, if you
Sure.
swing, you get to Whirlwind. If you don't, you get more swings. It's just a trade-off like that sometimes.
Thinking about the minions in his deck, he doesn't have, other than that Flame Elemental, he doesn't have a lot that has 2 damage or 2 health though. So keeping that extra swing might come back to bite her.
I actually think you go wide with taunts here instead of.
See what you discover. Now I think she wishes she had that. She just took that swing.
Yeah. I think she kind of knows it.
And she's nodding her head, kind of. She'll hold on to it though.
She'll swing this turn and probably set it
Oh.
up for next turn.
Oh, she will.
Yeah.
Oh, she will.
Where do you swing?
Pretty sure.
Your hero power.
You don't swing the henge. I was gonna say you don't swing the henge clan simply because it's not gonna die to anything. Because if he swings first, it's gonna have 3
if you
health.
swing onto the Vile Spine, it'll die when you have to trade in. But you know, double Iron Beak, it might not have to trade in at all.
And this is true.
But next
Obviously, not
turn-
playing around double Iron Beak while he has only 3 cards in hand too.
Yeah, double Iron Beak is quite fascinating. Still fine, honestly, because Iron Beak doesn't kill the minion; it just silences it. So
Sure.
he'll push for like a bunch of damage here.
Hopefully, it goes wider.
How much does he push for? Because then she's gonna be able to Whirlwind.
10.
She's gonna be able to Whisker, like a quarter century Whisker Whirlwind.
He's got 10. He's got 12.
Through,
But he
through all the
can only
taunts?
get
He
he can only get through
two
2 taunts. So he's got 9. If he clears one of the 2 3s with the Vile Spine, and then silences the other 2, maybe. It's bold, but might be
I don't
wanting
know.
to say. I wouldn't
Maybe you save
I
one
wouldn't
of
blow
them.
2 of the silences on things that are so small. Electing to keep both silences, it seems. Well, we don't know yet, but
Quickly.
Yeah, I mean there is some big taunts like Lich King you can see that are really hard to get through.
and he will
Use one of them. I kind of like it. You
silences.
push 5 to face. You force something pretty decently
a
sized
little
here.
bit wider. She is going to gain a significant amount of armor. She's
Like,
actually
This might seem crazy, but you could just swing on the onto the.
she is going to gain 12 armor
Yep,
right now.
it's a lot of armor.
Mm-hmm.
She
Puts
could,
her ahead of him in health.
She could actually hit the. She's gonna have to hit the Hench Clan. She's gonna have to take 5. She can do that and then play Rotten Apple Bomb.
Nice little raptors.
Guess you drop, you play that.
Take the 5 damage to face. Remove the whole board.
Play
Do you
Rotten
play
Apple
Apple Bomb or do you play Sulfurous? You push 8 damage for face. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah.
Knowing that you have
That
a
is
Lich King,
true.
knowing that
That
you have
is
a Lich
true.
King in hand and 4 more damage from the weapon with 2 charges.
Yeah, you're going to hit him for 12 this turn. That's pretty good.
She already swung with a weapon.
Oh, she already swung with
So
up.
she's
You're
going to hit him for
right,
8,
man.
but she
That's
still has 2 swings with that now.
Yeah, for sure.
And, you know,
I'm just thinking
nice
stay
to,
alive.
Nice
but
to sit comfortably with the Lich King in hand.
yeah, you're at 17 still, which is quite nice. Silence come out here.
I don't think it's going to be enough.
I mean, she still has to trade things away
Of
now,
course.
right? Like, she needs to hit her stuff. Lich King coming out next turn.
Sure.
I think you trade... Wait, you could have lethal.
I mean, it's a roll.
Either way, you still trade the 2-1, the 2-5 into this 5-1.
Into the 5-1. I say you trade the 2-1 into the 5-1. You swing face, and if you can, it's a 50-50 chance you win the finals.
Well, you don't swing face first. You just... Yeah, you
Why
do
not?
this. You hero power first.
Well, hero power first. Yeah,
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
No, yeah.
And this is it. This is for the finals. She hits face.
If she
she's
hits
the
face,
champion.
she wins.
All right, this is fine. This is still good.
Okay,
You have a Lich King.
all right.
You're fine. You have reload. You're not. It's not the end of the world.
Flame Elemental in hand, he pretty much is...
Needs a Vile Spine and is just dead anyway.
Well played.
Well played. I think that's it.
Stephieee.
And Stephieee moves
is
on to
the champion.